up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. We have a card on Halloween coming up on Saturday, UFC Vegas 12, and it's actually a really good card. We have the main event, Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. Anderson Silva's last fight, 45 years old. Really can't believe that he is still fighting, but this will be the last fight nonetheless. And yeah, ready to make some money coming off of a monster card for me last week. Went 11-0-1. And yeah, I do think that Sam Alvey probably got it done, but I feel good about going 11-0-1. I mean, I think that's a pretty cool thing to do there. And that wasn't just it. It was a fantastic night in betting, plus 5.8 units, and then also hit a Hail Mary parlay that did involve Jung. So luckily, they called that a draw there. So yeah, fantastic night. I had tons and tons of messages. People, sending screenshots from Draftkings, from betting. So that's what I like to see. That's my goal, making people money. A lot of people asked, how can you donate? You can just check out my Patreon. You'll get something out of it. You get the model you see here, all that good stuff. I do betting breakdowns throughout the week. I do an article that was posted sometime earlier today, and it just helps me out a lot. So what's up, everybody in the chat here? It should be a fun card. Hopefully everybody's ready to make some money here. What's up, guys? What is up? Let's go Thug Nasty. Need him for a 6-leg parlay. What's up, Danny? What's up, the Gaming Wolf? Appreciate that. Wouldn't parlay Thug. I'm with you there. You took a break last week. Last week was fantastic. Hopefully you're able to watch the card, though, because it was a very, very good card. What's up, Jack Attack? Appreciate that. What's up, Prodigy in the house? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Bill? I agree. Let's get it here. So before we get started, Miranda Maverick, you see that there. I'm going to take that off. But I'm kind of glad I don't have to come in here. I was going to make a Luana Jojua t-shirt if Miranda Maverick would not get the job done, but she was able to get that nice stoppage there with the beautiful elbow there. So with that said, before we get into it, got a reminder that I do have a sponsor for this live stream, and that is Pub Sports Radio. A lot of you guys went over there from my channel and subscribed. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. I will be going live on Pub Sports Radio at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. Lots of great guys going, talking about fights over there. I'm going to be giving out some bets, all that good stuff. So if you have nothing to do after this live stream, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, go check it out. If you're busy, go check it out sometime tomorrow. Lots of great information coming up over there. So see you guys all in the chat. How you guys doing here? Brady with the 11-0-1 last week. Let's get it. Yeah, I would like to go, I believe it would be like 11-0 this week. We had 12 fights, but sadly the people's main event got taken off. Priscilla catch a beating. She was dealing with a lot of, stuff. She went through COVID. I believe she had something else going on too. I guess she wasn't able to train for since she started training 2 weeks ago, October 15th. So I did have Casey inside the distance. I felt like that would have hit there at 325 there, but we're gonna get started here. As always, gonna go through the card, breaking it down a little bit, giving out some bets, and I do have a lot of bets this week, a lot of spots. I really like it, and we'll talk about it. So we're gonna start with the first fight of the night, Miles Johns versus Kevin Natividad, and I like Natividad here. I feel like this line should be a lot closer. I did bet Natividad early in the week. And I know people got plus 170, plus 175. I wish I was one of those people. But when I got done with my tape, it was sitting at plus 155. I did take a 1-unit shot on Natividad just based off the fact that I think it's going to be a really close fight. I think Natividad's better on the feet. Was looking in tape for his wrestling. His wrestling looked pretty good. His defensive wrestling looked really good. And something that really stuck out to me is his cardio. He comes forward the whole time, throws with some nice power as well. And Johns is someone who is a very good wrestler, but using that wrestling takes up a lot of energy. And we saw it in some of his fights where he does slow down later in the fight. Natividad's not going to slow down. I could see Miles Johns maybe winning that first round, and after that, Natividad just taking over. And something else was, against Mario Batista in Miles Johns' last fight, I actually picked Miles Johns in that fight based off the fact that I thought he had a decent advantage in the wrestling. He didn't even go to the wrestling. Was it because he was afraid he was going to kind of overwork himself, get tired, or I don't know what it was, but you were really surprised to see him not go to the wrestling. I think he should go there here, but if he goes in the wrestling here, it's only going to waste his energy. Natividad has really good game, really good takedown defense, and he's also a brown belt in BJJ. And I actually didn't know that until a couple days ago. Even after I made the bet, I found out he was a brown belt. So, I like him even more now. So I think this fight should be lined closer towards the pick'em. I thought there was value at plus 155. I still think there's value at plus 135. I would bet it probably all the way up to plus 100, something like that. So Give me Natividad to win here. I'm going to say by decision, but I would not be surprised if he got a knockout. I heard in his interview, he said he's going to go out there and get a first-round knockout. That'd be nice. And on DraftKings, it's weird this week because there aren't many underdogs. And you guys know that it's going to be tough to make lineups. I think Natividad's definitely a decent option. As for John's at 8,400, I think there's better options surrounding him. So I will have some Natividad first fight of the night there, basically because there really isn't much down there for underdogs there. So who do you guys have in this fight here? I will quit MMA if Holland loses this week. I guess what you're trying to say. I got Natividad plus 125. He said he was going to get his first sub also. Okay, that's interesting. If Holland loses, I'm with you there. Natividad has fought Cans on the regional scene. Yeah, he hasn't fought the best competition. Nothing like, I wouldn't say Cans, but you're right. Miles Johns has fought the better competition there. Definitely betting heavy on Natividad. What's up, Justin Jr.? Hey, DFS, watching you while eating my sandwich. I wish I had a sandwich. I'm really hungry right now, but thank you for tuning in, Justin. Hit that like button. I agree. Let's try to get 100 likes by this time. By the time the show's over here. You got Miles Johns there. I kind of like Johns. I don't know. Natividad has fought actual Cans. Where do you watch tape? Fight Pass or YouTube? Johns and Natividad are both trash from tape that I've seen. I think Natividad's a better striker, and just that, I don't think it should be a big underdog. And he has the better cardio. I think he has more advantages in this fight. So, all right, so enough of that. We will get into the next fight here. And Dustin Jacoby versus Justin Ladette. And I like Jacoby here. I don't like the line. I think this line is really, really wide, minus 355. I think he wins, but I do have some concerns. If Ladette was to go to his ground game, and we haven't really seen that yet from him in the UFC, he averages about 0.24 takedowns for 50 minutes with a 50% accuracy. If he goes to his ground game here, I do think he could have an advantage. Jacoby's somebody that has been submitted twice, and Ladette has actually finished 56% of his wins by submission. And Ladette's a tough dude. I mean, he has a nice chin. He's only been knocked out once by Johnny Walker, kind of a fluke knockout. I don't want to say fluke, but it's like a spinning back fist or something like that. So Jacoby, I'm picking him to win, but the line, I'm not going to touch it. Maybe in a Hail Mary parlay, I'll throw him in there. But I think out of these big underdogs on the card, I think Ladette's one of the livest ones out there. I think Ladette and somebody else will talk about Maurice Green. I think he's live in a way as well, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, Ladette definitely has passed to victory. He's not the fastest fighter, not the most output, but if he can get this to the ground, yeah, he could maybe find a submission here, but not all that likely. I think Jacoby's fine in parlays. As for DraftKings, 8,900 for Jacoby. I think he throws a ton of volume. I think he's fine at 8,900. Ladette as a nice pump play. I think it's fine. Also, do want to mention, look, Jacoby does slow down as the fight goes on. Ladette does not. So something else to think about there. I think this fight could play out a little bit closer than the line indicates, but give me Jacoby here, and probably not going to bet it. I think this is a card where we should be looking at betting overs or unders on rounds. I have a couple of those bets. Ladette might be the golden dog. He might be. He really might be. I think he's live. I think the line on Jacoby is crazy. Thanks for last week. I did well here in the UK. I'm glad you did well there. Thank you for your efforts. No problem. Pretty weak card. I mean, it's kind of weak, but I mean, there are some good fights, scattered in there. Ladette all day. Minus 380 is too wide. I agree there. I've been killing my sportsbook lately. Now I want to learn to play DraftKings MMA, so I joined your Patreon, hoping to get some good pointers there. Appreciate that, Lee. Almost to 200 members on the Patreon, so sign up. I mean, it's awesome. Almost have 200 guys in there. I'm on Jacoby. See him eating up that lead leg of Ladette and have a small chance of a finish here below 9K and a chance to finish. I'll have some. I like it. Ladette needs to win or he's out. He's fighting for his job. And yeah, he looked really good at the weigh-ins as well, if that means anything. I mean, he looked kind of like almost the bigger fighter as well. So yeah, don't mind it there. Jacoby decision. Don't hate that there. Do you think there's money to be made on this card? I like this card a lot more from a betting perspective. I think DraftKings is going to be insanely tough. There's no underdogs at all, but I have a ton of bets, so hopefully making it another profitable week. All right, so we're going to get into the next fight. And this fight is – everybody's hating on this fight. Everybody's trashing this fight. I actually like this fight quite a bit. I think it's going to be more exciting than people think. And I know it's two guys that probably shouldn't be in the UFC, Jason Witt versus Cole Williams here. And this is a very intriguing fight. And I do have 2 bets on this fight that everybody's hating on. I have 2 bets here. I have Jason Witt. I bet him at -140. I know what everybody's going to say. This guy's very chinny. He's been knocked out 4 times. Yeah, he has, but he is the much better fighter in this fight. Cole Williams definitely should not be in the UFC. And Cole Williams even missed weight by almost 5 pounds. The last fight he missed weight in, he got submitted in the first round. I know it was by Claudio Silva, but still, Silva was able to take him down. He was able to submit him easy. And Jason Witt actually has a really good wrestling game, really good submission game as well, really good at taking the back. And I think if Witt just grinds out Williams, I think he can find a sub. I mean, Cole Williams is somebody that has been submitted before. And yeah, I like Jason Witt here at that price at -140. A lot of people are getting scared away by that chin, and which leads me into my next bet here. I have Jason Witt and Cole Williams. Fight doesn't go to decision. And I got it at, I believe, +150. Yeah, +150. So I got a really good line there. I do think this fight has a really good chance of not going the distance here. +135. Now, I still think there's some really good value on that. Even the under 2.5 is definitely a look. So neither of these guys have lost by decision. And if Cole Williams wins, it's going to be a knockout. It's going to be a first-round knockout. If Jason Witt wins, it's going to it could be a decision or it could be some type of submission. Like Cole Williams, really bad cardio. Jason Witt has the better cardio. Honestly, I think Jason Witt has the advantages everywhere besides the chin. So I like that bet. I like both bets, kind of a hedge in a way, but I still think both hit. And it's kind of the same thing I did last week where I did had Volkov in a parlay, and I bet the under 2.5 on the Harris Volkov. Kind of a hedge there, but still Volkov was able to knock out Walt Harris there, so hit both. I feel like I can hit both here with a Jason Witt sub. Jason Witt by submission +750. I don't hate that whatsoever. He's finished 41% of his fights by submission. Cole Williams has been submitted before. So yeah, give me Jason Witt here. I think this is a very, very important fight on DraftKings. If you don't bet it, definitely have it in your lineups. This is a fight that's probably going to finish, probably going to have low ownership, and I definitely can see it on the optimal lineup. So something I'm really interested in there. So yeah, give me Jason Witt. I'm confident in it, but that chin, I would not be surprised if Cole Williams did get a first-round knockout, but that's what the fight doesn't go to decision line is for there. Williams missed weight by a lot. Yes, he did. Also, thanks for the breakdowns. No problem. I argue with Witt. Yeah, I think he's a much better fighter here. Williams is a good fade on DraftKings. Second time he's missed weight by over 5 pounds. This dude's a joke. Yeah, I mean, you can't be doing that. This is definitely his last fight in the UFC. If they re-sign him to a fight, I'll be very, very surprised. Very surprised there. 36 years old, missed weight. Yeah, 36 years old as well. Good point there. Bad combo. Let's go Witt. Everybody's on Witt here, and rightfully so. I do think he's a much better fighter, but if he gets knocked out in the first minute of the fight, don't come yelling at me. Make sure you guys take a shot on that fight. Doesn't go to decision, because I do think both guys can definitely finish, and it's plus money here. So take the over 68 points on Prize Picks. Main card for this fight night is packed. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Even with Kevin Holland's new opponent there, that should be fun. Witt for the win. What's your most confident bet out of the two? I think the safer one's fight doesn't go to decision, but I do like Witt. I think it has some value there. Maybe even Cole Williams round 1 knockout. Crazy odds there if you are on the Cole Williams side. All right, so we're going to get into the next fight here. And we have Sean Strickland versus Jack Marshman. And I actually just placed this bet sometime today after the weigh-ins, and Jack Marshman looked pretty rough on the scales. So what I did, I was looking for the Sean Strickland fight to win inside the distance line, and I was kind of shocked at what it was. So Sean Strickland to win inside the distance is +160. +160. I think that's a little off. Marshman is someone who he's durable in a way, but the dude's been knocked out 4 times. The dude's been submitted twice. He's someone who looked awful on the scales, and Strickland's actually a decent finisher. He's finished 65% of his wins. Some of the last fights he had was guys like Kamaru Usman. I believe he fought Court McGee, someone who's never been finished. So he was fighting some tough guys. Before that, he was able to get some submissions. And honestly, easy path to victory here. Take down Marshman, and I think he could submit him fairly easy here. I believe Strickland is a brown belt in BJJ. I want to say Marshman is a purple belt. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what I saw there. And, take him down, submit him, maybe even knocks out Marshman. Like I said, Marshman looked awful on the scale. So I think plus 160 for Strickland inside the distance. I think that's definitely a good shot to take. I was expecting it to be like minus 110, minus 120. Seeing the plus 160, I had to jump on that right away. So give me Strickland inside the distance. Strickland on DraftKings, 9,100. I don't hate that. If he wants, come out here and take down Jack Marshman. He has a 20% takedown defense. Submit him. Easy as that. If you want to strike with him, I think he'll be fine as well. Marshman on DraftKings, 7,100. I don't like it. I don't like it there. So I'm going to have more Strickland there. I'm not going to go crazy on it because there's somebody I like a little bit more, but give me Sean Strickland inside the distance here. Betting on Uriah Hall KO. We'll talk about that soon there. Strickland gets in there like a man on a mission, under 1.5. Not an awful look. Marshman looks soft. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Marshmallow. You're right. Strickland under 1.5 is a lock. Yeah. Bet the house on Sean. And I'll definitely have Strickland inside a Hail Mary parlay as well. Looking at a couple different Hail Mary parlays this week, maybe two. There's two that I'm liking. So, yeah, I definitely think he's a nice parlay piece. I like him inside the distance. Strickland looks like a juiced up beast. Yeah, he looked pretty solid there. Yeah, after seeing the weigh-ins especially, I know he got in that motorcycle accident a couple of years ago, but he looks really good. Ladette is possible for an upset. Talked about that a little bit. I've had a feeling of Moises getting an upsetting Green all week, but Green should have it. Marshman, split decision with John Phillips. Need I say more? You are correct there. That was an ugly fight. That was a fight I was expecting to be semi-exciting, but it was like one of the fights I've ever watched in my life. I got Strickland under 2.5, so it looks like everybody's with me here. Other than that, Strickland by submission plus 415. You might as well just take the inside the distance there, plus 160. I think it's a good line there. Getting into the next fight here, and Adrian Ynez versus Victor Rodriguez, and this is my most confident pick on the whole entire card. I really, really like Adrian Ynez. The problem is I bet him at minus 340 in a parlay, and he is now minus 440. So beat that line by a decent margin. And I'll still throw him in my Hail Mary parlay. I think the line is warranted for sure. It's just he is a UFC newcomer, although we have seen him in the Contender Series get that quick knockout. But this dude's a beast. This dude is a beast. I mean, the first thing I did going into tape study for this fight was watching some Victor Rodriguez, and the opponents he fought were just, very, very bad. Like it was ugly. It was hard to watch. Like these guys are pro MMA fighters, and they did not look like it whatsoever. I saw one of these videos where it was like a daytime tournament outside. There was like wrestling, it was boxing and MMA all in one day. He was the main event of that, and just very. I just think coming from the Alaska scene, like I think Adrian Ynez is going to make quick work of him. Could Victor Rodriguez knock out Ynez? I guess. I think it's very unlikely. Could it take him down? I think it's very unlikely. I think Ynez gets this done within the first two rounds. I do have Ynez in a parlay. Was looking at Ynez inside the distance. I like it a lot. It is minus 155. I kind of liked it earlier in the week. I saw it there like minus 130. Kind of like that better, but I think maybe I'll throw Ynez inside the distance and maybe a Hail Mary parlay, something like that. But I do think there's some decent value there. So give me Ynez to win, probably in the first couple rounds, and he's going to be my second highest owned fighter on DraftKings. I like him a lot, 9,200. Price tag is fine. I think he's going to throw a ton of volume. I think he's going to finish Victor Rodriguez here. So give me Ynez here all day. Key parlay piece for me. Moises by sub, Ladette by sub, Mitchell sub. I mean, if they maybe, I don't know. I'm not going either of those ways, but I could see at least one of those happening maybe. Ynez is the lock. I mean, he's my most confident pick. So Ynez by KO is doable. Yep. But he does have a couple of submissions on his record, so might as well just take the inside the distance there. Can you tell us what parlay you got? Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to go through it pretty soon here, the other leg. That is the first leg, though. Ynez, greater than 75% ownership. I wouldn't say so. I was thinking like high 40s, something like that. But yeah, I do see everybody on him this week. DFS, what should be my name, this or MMA Genie. I like MMA Genie. I think that's pretty cool there. Parlay kind of card. You are right. I'm going to have a nice Hail Mary. Hit one last week. I think it was like a 7 or 8 legger, but it had Jung. So Strickland or Ynez for DK lineups. If you want to get different, you can go Strickland, but I'm going Ynez personally. Last week was all favorites. There has to be one upset. I think there could be a couple upsets this week, and we'll talk about it here. So getting into the next fight, this is the other leg to my parlay here. Alexander Hernandez. So in this parlay, I got it at -155. I have 2 units on that. Hernandez to win and Ynez to win. Those lines have got really wide here. I got Hernandez at -370. It's now -410. I think those two are very good parlay pieces, and we talked about another one, Sean Strickland. So maybe a Ynez Hernandez Strickland parlay for close to plus money could be a decent 3-legger. I'm more of a 2-leg guy, but this week I think 3-leggers are fine. If you're really confident in 3 fighters, I think it's fine. There's multiple parlay pieces you can look at this week, but I really like Alexander Hernandez to win this fight. I don't love him on DraftKings all that much. He hasn't really scored well on DraftKings throughout his career here. Besides, I think like one fight he did really well where he got a knockout on a Beneil Dariush. And in this fight, it's pretty simple. You can strike with Grutzmacher if you want, but just take him down. I mean, Grutzmacher has pretty poor takedown defense. Just grind him out. I think Hernandez can grind him out here. Maybe even find a submission. Grutzmacher has lost by sub twice, but just grind him out. I'm going to pick him to win by decision here. Would not bet the -140 by decision. Odds makers are kind of with me thinking he gets this done by decision as well. So not much interest on DraftKings, but I do like him as a key parlay piece. And he is in that 2-leg parlay with Adrian Ynez. And I kind of like it's back to back there. So I'm going to know real soon if that parlay hits or not. I have 2 units on it. So hopefully they're able to get it done. Honestly, my 2 most confident picks on the card there parlayed in it -155. I like it there. All right. So I actually think Grutzmacher can put up a good fight. It all depends on, how Hernandez approaches this fight. If he comes out here and takes him down, I think he'll have an easy path to victory. If he strikes with him, it'll be a little bit tougher, but I still give him the advantage there. DK, what does it mean? DraftKings, it's a game where you pick 6 fighters. Basically, it's a big parlay there. You're trying to hit going against other people, trying to score DraftKings points there. Lots of people fading Hernandez on DraftKings because of the price and losses to Cowboy and Dober. It's kind of the price for me. And it's just basically because I like Ynez better. I like Strickland better. I will have some Hernandez, though, but not going crazy on it. Chris Groots looked rough on the scale. He didn't look all that great. I'm with you there. And he is getting up there in age, too. I think he's, 34 years old as well. So Hernandez is going to be the younger fighter as well there. So something to think about. Grutzmacher needs better takedown defense, especially in this fight. He's been taken down in every single fight in his UFC career. I believe, besides one with Joe Lozon did not take him down. Other than that, he was taken down, I believe, 5 times by Ramos. Taken down before that as well. I think Alex is a little bit overrated. Yeah, I agree there, but probably gets it done here. Yeah, I'm with you. Bobby Green. What's up, Bobby Boucher? How you doing? How you doing there? Thoughts on over 4.5 Hall versus Silva? I feel Hall will respect Silva on his last fight. We'll talk about that soon. All right, so we're going to get into the next fight here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. 260 people in the chat. If you all can hit the like button, it would mean a ton. Trying to get 100 likes before we get out of here. That is the goal we're trying to reach. We've reached it every time. Let's not let that stop here. I do want to shout out the sponsor, Pub Sports Radio. Great content going over there. And me and Mo actually are doing a DraftKings live stream video every week, Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of you guys did show up, but it's going to be a new thing, a weekly thing. The next big show, DraftKings show out there. So go check that out. Go subscribe to Pub Sports. It's on there right now. So go check that out. Lots of good information on there early in the week. So I had to grind really hard to get all my information in by then. So go check that out, please. And hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Exactly. Hit the like button there. All right. So getting into the next fight here, and we have Bobby Green versus Thiago Moises. So Bobby Green, this isn't a guy you really want to trust at -315, but this just seems like such a winnable fight for Bobby Green. Keep it simple, keep this on the feet, stuff the takedowns of Moises if he even shoots them. Moises isn't somebody that relentless for the takedowns in any way, only averaging about a takedown per 15 minutes, 28% accuracy. I mean, man, just keep this on the feet, outstrike him for 15 minutes. Easy win here for Bobby Green. But he went out there and he was taking down Alan Patrick, who is a black belt. Obviously not as good as a black belt as Moises, but he was picking up Patrick, slamming him. Moises will be more than happy for Bobby Green to take him down. So, hopefully Bobby Green keeps us on the feet, but I kind of have a feeling that he might go for takedowns. I think he'll be okay. He has been submitted before a long time ago, but that's just giving Moises the path to victory. So I wouldn't bet the minus 315, but something I do like and something I did bet was, and this is a really popular bet I've noticed throughout the week, but I like it myself. It's something I've been looking at, and that is Bobby Green wins by decision. This is someone that does not have a finish since like 2011, 2012, like 8 years without a finish here. And, Moises he's a tough dude. He's never been knocked out. Obviously, Bobby Green's not going to submit him. He's never been submitted. So I really think there's some great value on that Bobby Green wins by decision, minus 140. I have 1.5 units on it. I like it. I'm not gonna play the minus 330. If I do a Hail Mary parlay, I'll put Bobby Green in the Hail Mary parlay. But give me Bobby Green by decision there. So yeah, I really like that. Other than that, if you're on the Moises side, maybe look at a sub prop plus 555. Other than that, Bobby Green should get this done. As for DraftKings 9,000, I don't expect Green to come out here and go for takedowns. I don't expect him to get advances, and that's how he's really been scoring well the last couple fights. I don't expect that. If he does come out here and take down Moises down, I think he could be in trouble. But hopefully he fights smart, outstrikes him. Everything should be good there, and he wins by decision. As for Moises, yeah, 7,200. There's not many pump plays. I think he could be one of them. If Bobby Green does play into his game, yeah, he could get a sub there. So I will have some Moises on DraftKings. I'll actually have more Moises than Bobby Green. I'm not going to be playing much Bobby Green this week because I like the plays around him much better. And I do expect this to go to decision here. So Bobby Green, fight smart, and let's get that decision there. Thank you so much, Andy, for the donation. Means a ton to me. What's going on? Moises striking sucks. Yeah. Good way to put it there. Ynez versus Rodriguez, complete the first round. Mitchell versus Feely, complete the first round. Jacoby versus Ladette, over 1.5 rounds. Green versus Hardy, over 1.5. Lots going on there. I agree with most on there as well. Bobby Green hasn't finished anybody since Pac died. It's been a while. I feel like Green might be a little burnt out. You'd think so, but the dude's looking fantastic. And Moises has been training for Turner. I would have liked to see that Moises Turner fight, actually. Green has been on the wrong side of many decisions. He has, but I don't see Moises winning a decision at all. I'd be extremely surprised. I think it's Moises sub or bust here. Bobby Green tends to slow down in later rounds. He does, but I feel like Moises, he doesn't put out much output. I think it's a clear, just stick and move for 15 minutes decision win for Green here. Bobby Green had himself at risk of laid locks last fight, and that had me nervous. If Moises gets in the position, it'll be even more worried. Yeah, don't mess around on the ground at all. Green on Green, I like it. Let's see. Hey, Brady, Parlay Nate here again. First time tuning in live. Brother, good stuff. Appreciate that, Nathan. Means a ton. We have 277 people in here. If you guys can hit the like button, that would help out a lot. Let's try to get 300 by the time this is over. Share it with your friends, all that good stuff there. Agree with you, Green by decision. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are on the Green by decision line. Hopefully that hits for a lot of people out there. Yeah, Green decision or Moises sub are the only two outcomes I see. I'm with you, and I think a lot of people are with you there. Appreciate that, Justin. Appreciate that. All right, so we're going to get into the next fight. And, yeah, Greg Hardy versus Maurice Green. And, I'm confident in Greg Hardy. If you guys watched the weigh-ins, I believe he was one of the last to weigh in. He needed the towel or the whatever they have nowadays to weigh in, and he missed it by about a half a pound. Had about an hour to cut extra weight. Came back, made weight there, I believe. So he looked good, I guess. Once they faced off, he looked fine. I think he'll be fine, but kind of something to think about there. If he did miss weight, I guess it would have been the first heavyweight to ever miss weight, which is would have been pretty funny there. But as for the fight goes, this could be one of the fights where, all the parlays bust here. I guess Green is live in a way for a couple reasons. And first of all, I'm picking Hardy, but I'm just going, hypothetically, like Green, this is a heavyweight fight. If this fight touches the mat, Green actually has a really good submission game. And, Hardy still very unexperienced in MMA. I know he's making massive improvements, but if this fight touches the ground, I'd be very concerned if I was a Hardy bettor. And the problem with Green with that is he goes for no takedown. I don't think he landed a takedown yet in the UFC. And I don't see him taking down Greg Hardy. So as long as maybe Hardy knocks him down and, like the Jean Vellante fight, Jean Vellante knocked him down. He was able to, submit him there, something like that. Don't really see Green outpointing Hardy for 15 minutes. And I was kind of looking at Hardy by decision earlier in the week, plus 330. Because he does tend to kind of sit back and try to win on points as of late. But I think with a smaller cage, I'm probably not going to go there. I think they're going to be forced to like push the action a little bit more. And watching tape on Green, he does leave a ton of openings. When he throws these kicks, he leaves his head on the center line. Not much movement there. Hardy's going to be the way faster fighter, the way more powerful fighter as well. So I actually do think Greg Hardy knocks him out. But it is a heavyweight fight. It is Greg Hardy. He has pulled massive stunts before. Would I be totally surprised if he lost this fight? No. So I will have some Green on DraftKings. As for Hardy, I might throw him into my Hail Mary parlay, or I might just leave it alone. Like I said, I was looking at the decision prop. Maybe I might put a little bit on it, little sprinkle on that. But other than that, I really want nothing to do with this fight as a whole. But if you are parlaying Greg Hardy, I think you're fine. But just not someone I would really want to trust at minus 300. But I do think it gets it done here. Hardy, if he doesn't do something stupid, that is a perfect point there. That is a perfect point. Hardy should win via decision. His last 3 fights went to the judges. Yeah, he could. He very well could. And plus 330, I do think there's value there. But, Maurice Green is someone who is on the chinny side. He got knocked down by a pregnant Jean Vellante. So if Hardy does hit him hard, I'm not too confident he can take that punch there. I got Green folding under pressure of Hardy. Yeah, the most likely, I think Hardy is going to get the KO here. So Hardy by KO is tempting minus 125. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hardy by KO is something I'm looking at as well. So yeah, Hardy should get it done. As for DraftKings, like I mentioned, Hardy on DraftKings 8,800. Good play there. Finish upside. Could it be a boring heavyweight fight? Yeah, it could. Could he knock out Maurice Green in round 1? Yeah, he could. So I will have some decent amount of Greg Hardy. I'll have some Green as well. 300 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Means a ton. Not the best card in the world, but still, like 300 people coming in this card. It does mean a lot there. Hit the subscribe button. Almost to 5,000 subscribers. I think we're like less than 500 away now. So, 8,000 subscribers. Almost to 8,000 subscribers. So, yeah, hit the like button. All that good stuff. We're going to continue here. We're at about 30 minutes. And we have Kevin Holland versus Charlie Ontiveros. And we'll keep it simple here. Kevin Holland's going to come out here. And Kevin Holland's someone you can't trust. I mean, he's someone with very poor fight IQ. But if he loses this one, that'll be very surprising. And he's someone you never want to bet, as a big price tag. And minus 750, could he pull a stunt? I guess, but I think it's very unlikely. Holland should get this done. Minus 265 to win inside the distance. I think that's very generous here. He's obviously the much better fighter, and it's really not even close. Ontiveros should not be in the UFC. Ontiveros has actually been knocked out 6 times, and I do have his stuff pulled up here. Actually, I'll kind of go through his record. Knocked out by Todd Moore, 14-5, 2013. Knocked out Abdullah, 3-7, 2014. Knocked out by Neal, not a bad knockout there. Knocked out by Michael Page, not a bad knockout there. Knocked out by a 2-3 guy in 2016. Knocked out by Will Morris, 1-0 in 2017. As of late, he beat Washington Louise, 5-4. He beat someone that's 3-5 as well. So yeah, he's fought absolutely nobody. Beat a 2-2 guy. Yeah, it's Holland should get it done. Holland should get it done, and he should get it done fairly early. I mean, I can't see this dude lasting with Kevin Holland as long as he doesn't mess around. Like, If Holland comes in here like he did in the Hernandez fight, where he went right at Hernandez and knocked him out in like a minute, he can do this here. He can do this here easily if he wants to talk crap, make it talk crap in there, make it kind of an exciting fight. Kind of take his time. Hopefully he doesn't do that, but I'm kind of looking at Holland inside the distance as a parlay piece. I thought he was going to be like minus 1,000. I think he is like minus 1,000 on some books. Like, this is a big mismatch, especially on short notice. Ontiveros is going to get knocked out here. I can even see him getting submitted as well. But give me Kevin Holland by knockout. We don't have the knockout prop yet. If it's close to plus money, I mean, I think it's worth a decent shot. So Kevin Holland, and the big story here, Kevin Holland on DraftKings is 8,200. I'll tell you guys right now, I have 93% ownership on Kevin Holland, 93%. So a lot of my night is banking on Holland. I just don't see a path to victory for Ontiveros. Like, he's going to have to knock out Holland, and Holland has a chin of steel. He's never been knocked out. So he's not going to submit Holland. Yeah, Holland here all day. It's not even close. All right, here. Make a T-shirt if Holland loses. Okay, I'll do that. I'll make a Charlie Ontiveros T-shirt if Kevin Holland loses. Fair enough there. What's up there? Holland is obvious. Yep, you are right there. Holland looks more built. Holland either by decision. I mean, I'd be surprised if he doesn't go out there and finish this dude. I'd be surprised. Very surprised. Because the dude's been knocked out 6 times by guys that are not UFC caliber. Well, some of them. What a stellar record Ontiveros has. Yeah, I don't understand this. I guess they're trying to get Kevin Holland a fight, but Natividad or Feely and GPP. I think they're both so close for me. I have about the same amount of both. We'll talk about Feely soon, though. I submitted Ontiveros 4 years ago in training. I actually believe you there. I really do. Yeah, minus 800. I wish it was down a little bit, but I'm probably going to have Holland in a Hail Mary parlay with the inside the distance prop there. Feely for me. The last time someone named Charlie got a win was in the Wonka. Charlie. Yeah, I'm with you there. All right. Holland is minus 750 is a no profit bet now. Yeah. I mean, Holland, somebody you don't want to bet at minus 750, but he should get the win here. All right. So which fights are you sure about? I'm going over my most confident picks towards the end, but Ynez, Hernandez, and Holland, probably my top 3 most confident there. Holland wins in round 1. Yeah, he should win in round 1 as long as he doesn't mess around, but you can't really trust Kevin Holland there. So getting into the next fight here, and oh my gosh, it is the co-main event, and I'm really excited to talk about this fight. We have Bryce Mitchell versus Andre Feely. And it's crazy. I mean, another one of these instances where like all the public is on Bryce Mitchell, but all the money is coming in on Andre Feely, and it kind of sucks because I was gonna kind of wait as the fight week went on and wait for that Bryce Mitchell to come in, the Bryce Mitchell money to come in, and it never has. I've seen nothing but love for Bryce Mitchell. I get it, the camo shorts. I understand. I mean, he's a very likable fighter. A fan favorite for sure. But this is a big step up in competition for Bryce Mitchell. And I don't know, watching tape on Andre Feely, what I looked for was the takedown defense. And he has I believe it's like a 69% takedown defense. And he was able to stuff some takedowns a couple of years ago from Bermudez, decent wrestler there, decent grappler. Other than that, he hasn't fought like a decent wrestler grappler for years. And I don't know, his takedown defense looks really solid. But man, if Bryce Mitchell gets him down, he can be in a world of trouble. Like, Bryce Mitchell is a wizard on the mat. But I don't think Bryce Mitchell's wrestling's all that impressive to me. His striking obviously is not all that impressive to me. I think Feely is the much better striker, and it's not even close. And if Feely can stuff these takedowns, which I have a kind of a feeling he does, I think Feely's going to win this fight. And that's where I'm going. I'm going on the Feely side. The only thing that's kind of holding me back from betting it, one, the line where it's at now, I would have liked it better at plus 135. Maybe some more money will come in on Mitchell. I might pull the trigger. And 2, in an interview, Andre Feely actually said he wants to test his ground game against Bryce Mitchell. And that's a big red flag there. And I think he could. And I do think he could take down Bryce Mitchell, and I have a feeling he does. Because, Fili goes for a ton of takedowns. We'll kind of bring up the stats here. Andre Fili averages 2.71 takedowns for 50 minutes. He's a really good wrestler. He really is. 49% takedown accuracy. And Bryce Mitchell, 33% takedown defense. He wants to get taken down. So I kind of can see Andre Fili taking down Bryce Mitchell, which would not be great. It would not be great. So probably going to sit back, and I'm going to probably pass on this fight unless there's like a significant line move. If money comes in on Mitchell and I see Andre Fili at plus 135, plus 130, I'll probably take a shot, but it's just something I kind of want to stay away from. It's a striker versus wrestler grappler here with Bryce Mitchell. I do think this fight should be lined a lot closer. I was actually surprised that Bryce Mitchell was the slight favorite here. I thought Fili would probably be the slight favorite, but give me Andre Fili here. As for DraftKings, not many underdogs. I think Andre Fili is one of the more tempting underdogs on the slate. I think he has a nice chance to win, some nice upside as well. Maybe a finish, maybe a lot of significant strikes. But yeah, Bryce Mitchell on DraftKings also like 8,500. He went out there and put on a masterful performance against Charles Rosa, who is, I believe, a black belt. So yeah, tough fight to call here. I'm going to slightly lean Fili. Am I confident enough to bet on it? Probably not. Probably just going to stay away here. So who do you guys have on this fight here? It's a tough one here. Congrats on last week. Appreciate that, Patrick. Reverse alignment movement on Fili indicates of sharp action. You are 100% right there. Only getting 35% of the action, but moved from plus 135 to plus 115. We'll side with the sharps here over the hype. Yeah, I'm with you there. Fili is 10th planet black belt. No way Mitchell can hit tricks on him. And I'm glad you mentioned that. I was looking everywhere to find out, what the grappling credentials of Fili is. Is he really a black belt in BJJ? I was definitely looking for that. So yeah, if he is a black belt, confidence shot up a little bit there. If he is, was not able to find that. And trust me, I digged for a good amount of time there. Fili got dropped bad by Eric Jourdain. He did, but can't, not going to happen in this fight. Bryce Mitchell's not dropping Andre Fili. Fili tricked you with that comment. I think he shows good movement, stays on the feet. Fili won't be able to see Mitchell's shorts. I'm calling invisible twister. I like it there. Toss up. I agree there. I'll take my chances with Fili. Lots of Fili love in the chat. Fili had him a few times before. I think he could surprise everyone this week. We shall see. I got Mitchell. He's on a run. Fili tends to lose these high-profile fights. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good co-main event. This is actually the people's main event. I know the people's main event was supposed to be Priscilla Ketchubeating versus Courtney Casey. Since that's off, it's now this one right here, the co-main event. So, yeah, Fili all day for me. I'll have a decent amount of Fili. Tempted and betting him. But if he said he's going to go to the mat with Bryce Mitchell, I don't like hearing that. That's not something I like hearing there. Watching tape, I think Bryce leaves himself open on takedown attempts. Fili might catch him. I'm riding with Fili. Good fight here. I agree. I don't think Fili is a black belt, but he's strong on the ground. I've rolled with him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's a black belt or not. But definitely have to double check on that one. Everyone counted out Fili last fight. Not me. But yeah, there are a lot of people counting out Fili last fight. Okay. So we are at 44 minutes. This video is probably going to be cut a little bit short. I mean, we had a fight taken off. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. If you guys have nothing to do at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, head over to Pub Sports Radio. I will put the link in the comments. Going to be doing a live stream over there at 9 with a bunch of great guys over there, talking some fights, talking some bets. And if not, if you have something going on tonight, go check it out tomorrow. Go over there, subscribe. Almost to 2,000 subs over there. So we'd love to get 2,000 in the near future. But right now, we're going to talk about the main event. Main event here. So, Uriah Hall versus Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, 45 years old. Uriah Hall, minus 225. I mean, I saw him at minus 210 a couple weeks ago, and I was very tempted to bet him. I'm probably going to stay away here. I think there's, massive value on Uriah Hall inside the distance. And, Silva's someone who does have a good chin. I know he's been knocked out via leg kicks, I believe, twice. Other than that, he showed a really good chin throughout his career. But he's 45 years old. He's on his way out. I mean, he's retiring after this fight. And Hall, could he be like some of these other guys like Israel Adesanya, kind of just play around in there? He could. But he did say in an interview that he wants to go out there. He wants to play the bad guy and finish Anderson Silva. And if he comes in there with that mentality, he's going to finish Anderson Silva. It's just, will he come in there trying to be the bad guy, trying to finish Anderson Silva on his retirement fight? And, as sad as that is, but he could do it. He definitely could do it. Attack those legs early on. It's really hard to see Silva going 5 rounds. But, yeah, if he sits back, plays around in there with Anderson Silva like a lot of people do, yeah, it could go to decision, and Hall could lose that decision. But something I'm staying away on. I will tell you this. I will have a massive amount of Uriah Hall on DraftKings. That's where I'm getting my exposure to this fight. It will be on the DraftKings side. I have over 50% ownership on Hall. I know Silva's going to gain a lot of ownership, actually, because, for one, there's no underdogs. For two, he's Anderson Silva, the name value. So he's going to come in probably like around 30%, 35%. I'm tempted to fade him, but I'm going to have very little. I think I have about like 6% Anderson Silva. Could he win a decision? Yeah, he could, I guess, but it's going to be really low scoring. I mean, this is someone who has not scored well on DraftKings for like 8 years, something crazy like that. So give me Uriah Hall here, and I'm as confident in that as can be. But minus 225 on a guy like Uriah Hall, I'm fine on that. I'm probably not going to bet it, but I am confident that Hall gets it done. Would love to see Anderson Silva go out on a win, and he could if Hall doesn't show up. I mean, I'm struggling to find a path to victory for Anderson Silva here. So give me Uriah Hall. I have a ton on DraftKings. Have not made a bet on it yet. Probably won't. But yeah, that's about it there. Is anybody picking Anderson Silva in this fight? Is anybody betting Anderson Silva? I'm just really struggling to find a way to. I think Hall could be fine, like in a Hail Mary parlay. I think Hall inside the distance is fine. It was like plus 180 earlier in the week. It's now plus 130. So a lot of money is coming in on that. Just can't touch the Silva side in this one. Hall never been 5 rounds. Hall's always been that guy apologizing when he KOs somebody. He's 45 and not a heavyweight. Post juice, yeah. Hall, a solid parlay piece. I'm with you there. But yeah, I have not bet Hall yet. I don't know if I'm going to. But yeah, Silva by injury. Yeah, I can see it. How can anyone bet Silva? I mean, if you're a big fan of the guy, maybe throw some money on him. But other than that, I don't really see a reason to, doing that. Leg kick for Uriah Hall, most likely. Silva being a legend and finding a win, fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yep, you said it. Heart says Silva. Brain says Hall. I'm with you there. Silva going to lose, and then in a month going to be like, I'm back. Trust me, I'm back. I like it. Betting $1 on Silva. There you go. If you're gonna bet it, bet a buck on it. There you go. All right, so now I'm going to go over all my bets, and I will be doing a betting breakdown on tomorrow morning. Just going over all my bets once more, kind of like a shorter version of this, but just talking about the bets. Maybe I'll add 1 or 2. There are some parlay pieces I'm looking at. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers. I'll probably put a Hail Mary parlay out there as well. I did for UFC 254. It worked out. Probably do it again there. But going over the bets that I have, and I did have Courtney Casey inside the distance at like plus 350. A shame that one went off. But Kevin Natividad, plus 155, 1 unit on that. I think the line's off. I think it should be closer to a pick 'em. I think there's value there. Jason Witt, minus 140, 1.5 units on that. I think he's the much better fighter. Cole Williams should not be in the UFC. Someone who's missed weight twice in a row. The last time he missed weight, he was taken down and subbed in the first round. I think Witt can implement a similar game plan. Witt has really good striking, really good ground game. I think he submits Cole Williams. And kind of a hedge going along with that is the Jason Witt versus Cole Williams fight doesn't go to decision, plus 150. The line is off. Neither guy has lost by decision. If Cole Williams wins, it's going to be in round 1. It's going to be a first-round knockout. If Jason Witt wins, it's going to be some type of submission, maybe even decision, but I think the submission is definitely live there. So 1 unit on that, plus 150. Next, I have a parlay, Alexander Hernandez with Adrian Ynez, minus 155, 2 units on that. My 2 most confident picks parlay together at minus 155. I like it a lot, Ynez and Hernandez there. And next we have Sean Strickland wins inside the distance plus 160. I went to go check the inside the distance line, expecting it to be like minus 120, plus 160. Very surprised with that. I think there's tons of value. Marshman's been finished like 6 times, and Strickland has a pretty good, pretty good finish rate. I think it's like 60%, something like that. And then next, Bobby Green by decision, minus 140, 1.5 units on that. Those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bets. I might add another 1 or 2 by the time the fights start. Other than that, any questions? I'm going to kind of get out of here early. I'm going to go get some Texas Roadhouse and prepare for my next live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll put the link down below. Please go check it out. Please go subscribe over there at Pub Sports Radio, a sponsor of this live stream here. Really appreciate all that. Uriah all day. You should do a DraftKings contest every card. So I was thinking about doing like a paid DraftKings contest each card, maybe like $5 a person. I was thinking about doing something like that, maybe shouting out the winner, something like that, maybe giving them like a free month on Patreon for the winners, along with that cash prize as well. I can't decide which one I want to put in my last leg of a parlay, either Ynez versus Rodriguez to finish in the first round, or Strickland versus Marshman not to go the distance. Probably I think the Strickland one's a little bit better. I just finished some Texas Roadhouse. There you go. Can't wait for some Roadhouse there. So easy to build on FanDuel. Ynez, $16. Yes, I will definitely have some FanDuel lineups for sure. Never fade Texas Roadhouse. I agree there. Do you think Silva can maybe grab you? No, I don't. I don't. Maybe, I don't know. I'd be really surprised. Take care. You too, Carlo. Enjoy your Texas Roadhouse, bro. See you soon. Yes, it's probably not going to happen. I agree there. All right. Any last question, guys? Thank you all for so much for hanging out. Hit the like button. Let's try to get 100 likes. I can't see how many likes we have right now, but hopefully it's at that 100 mark. Tune into the betting breakdown video tomorrow on Saturday. I'm going to be posting that very early. I might even record it tonight. But other than that, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go grab some Roadhouse, some chicken critters, maybe some cheese fries with the bacon. Maybe some ranch on the side as well. And those rolls are good as well. So thank you all for hanging out. 140 likes. Appreciate that a bunch. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to talk fights. Sign up on Patreon as well. Helps out a ton. Talk some fights in the Discord. And that's about it. And good luck, guys.